unit, we're going to talk all about voicing your triads for a 4-part vocal arrangement. And this is going to be the foundation of the part writing that we'll be doing for the rest of the school year. So the first thing you need to know are the ranges of your 4 different voices. You have the soprano voice, which is your highest, and it can range from C4, middle C, all the way to G5. Your alto can range all the way from F3 to C5. Tenor can range all the way from C3 to G4. And bass can range all the way from F2 to C4. One way to memorize it is that your soprano and tenor are both going from a C up to a G, and bass and alto are both going from an F up to a C. So occasionally you can write 1 or 2 notes higher or lower, but for the most part you want to stay within these ranges for your voice parts. Remember that you're part writing for a singer, so you don't want to cause something that's too far out of range. Alright, now what we need next is going to be a triad. So I'm going to pick a key. Let's say we're in the key of A major. I'm going to write my key signature in. And then underneath I'm going to write A. You don't have to write the major part, just a capital A will indicate what you're talking about. And then a colon sign. And then we're going to part write a particular triad. So let's do the 1 chord in the key of A. If you think back to our diatonic triads from our previous unit, the 1 chord in the key of A has A, C, and E. Those 3 notes. So sometimes when you're starting out, it helps to write those underneath. So I'm going to do that in parentheses. A, C, it's really C sharp, E. All right, now you have 4 voices, but only 3 letters. So one of them will have to be doubled. For the most part, you want to double the root, which is A. So A, let's go ahead and put that in our bass voice. We could either put it on our low A here or high A here. I usually like to start with the bass a little bit lower because it gives you more space to write the other voices. So I'm going to put my first A down there. Now I have another A, our C sharp, and our E to fill the rest of the voices. Let's say tenor, we decide to put the other A in our tenor voice. And now we have C sharp and E left over. I'm going to decide to put E in the alto and C sharp in the soprano, and the sharp is implied by the key signature. Alright, now a couple rules about this. Your bass can be as far away from your tenor as you want. It can be an octave, it can be more than an octave, it can be less than an octave, it doesn't matter. But your top 3 voices cannot be more than an octave apart. So for example, this works out because we're going from A3 up to E4, which is less than an octave, so that's good. And let's see, here we're going from E4 to C sharp 5, which is also less than an octave. So between your top 3 voices, you can't have anything that's more than an octave. That would be incorrect.